Hey guys, welcome back to Danzii's recipe. So today we are gonna be working with CB's boneless chicken breast. Now what am I up to? We're just gonna be making a quick and easy chicken wrap, and then we're going to be adding in some pan-seared chicken that we will try to get like a nice grilled texture on. So now we're just going to pull these out of the pack, wash them off with some vinegar, and we'll be right back. Alright, so we're starting off with some boiling hot water, to which we're going to add some onion, some garlic, some fresh green chili, followed by some coarse sea salt and some sugar. I'm using brown sugar. Now we're creating or brining liquid for our chicken breast, and this is basically going to make our chicken breast nice and juicy. So we're just going to mix that together, and then we're going to add to this some pimento seeds, followed by some whole black peppercorns. Then we're going to be adding in some star anise, a couple bay leaves, along with some coriander seeds, and about 3 slices of lemon. Now this is what it looks like. It looks something like what you'd see at the nail salon, but this is basically what it's supposed to look like. We're now adding in our chicken breast, and we're basically just going to let that brine for about 6.5 hours thereabout, and then we are gonna revisit it afterwards. So let's go.
6.5 hours later.
Alright guys, so the time has passed, and basically this is what our chicken breast looks like. So we're just gonna set this to the side, remove the chicken breast from our container, and just pat dry them to take out some of the excess moisture. You guys would have noticed that I've also butterflied them, and this is just to ensure a nice even cook. So I'm just using some paper towels to blot some of the extra moisture out of those, and then we're going to work on our spice rub. Alright guys, so we have our spice grinder. We are going to be adding in some fresh pimento seed, followed by some fennel. We're going to be adding some mustard seed and some dried rosemary, and we're going to give that a nice good blend. And I highly recommend that spice grinder, guys, because look at how powdery that is, and the smell of that fennel just kind of punches you in the face. So we're basically just gonna add this on our chicken breast in sprinkles all across it, and then we are gonna basically add some additional things. So we're starting off with some dried basil. We're going to sprinkle that on as we did our spice rub, some garlic powder, followed by some onion powder. Once we're finished adding that, we are going to head right over to our stove. So we're gonna fully cover the bottom of our cast iron grill pan with some olive oil. We're gonna get that nice and heated up, and then we're gonna be adding in our chicken breast. Now chicken breast is very delicate, you guys, so you don't want to overcook it. So I would say between 5 to 7 minutes on either side, or until you register an internal temperature of 165 degrees Fahrenheit. So we're just gonna allow this to cook on one side, and then we're gonna flip it and then pull it out. So let's go. Alright guys, so the time has elapsed. Our chicken breast is cooked. We're just gonna be pulling them out to let them rest, because we don't want to cut into it right away. Do you see that nice golden color that it has? That is from our spice rub. So we're just gonna be adding in the remaining pieces, and then we are gonna assemble our wrap together. And just before I assemble the wrap, I just wanted to show you guys how juicy the chicken actually was after it rested. And it's important to rest your meat so that all the juices don't run out. So do you guys see the juice that is coming out of that? The nice delicious white meat. Perfect. Look at that. And the juiciness of that chicken breast, you guys, look at that. Look at the juice. Whew. So you know it's nice and tender. So now we're basically just gonna assemble a sauce for a wrap. Alright guys, so we're starting off with a cup of Greek yogurt, followed by about 1 teaspoon of salt, along with half teaspoon of cayenne pepper. We're adding in some fresh garlic paste and a little pink peppercorn for some brightness. Then we're just going to give that a nice good mix until everything is nice and incorporated. Okay, so now we're gonna be adding in some lime juice, followed by some Dijon mustard, about 1.5 tablespoons, and then we're adding in about a quarter cup of honey for some sweetness. Give that one final mix, and then we are gonna be adding in our olive oil to basically pull this sauce together to give it some thickness, some richness, some fat, just so that it's nice and creamy by the time we get it into our wrap. So basically we need a whisk and our olive oil. So we need to pour it continuously and use our wire whisk to whisk that together so that the fats can emulsify, so that by the time we get it in the fridge and it begins to, you know, get colder, the sauce itself will be nice and thick. So let's go. So we have our assembly ingredients. You know, we have our chicken breast over here, then we have our chopped iceberg lettuce, then we have our pickled red onions, followed by some mozzarella cheese, have some sun-dried tomatoes along with some fresh Granny Smith apple, and of course that sauce in our bottle. So we're basically just going to get this on a wrap and assemble everything. Alright, so we're gonna put down our sauce, and then that's gonna be followed by our chicken, and then our lettuce, followed by our sun-dried tomatoes, and then our pickled red onions, the Granny Smith apples, and the last thing we're adding in is our fresh mozzarella cheese. And we're basically just going to tuck this under and roll, is how I like to call it. Alright guys, I'm gonna do it one more time so you guys can see. Right, so basically I've just gotten the wraps into a pan where the bottom has been greased with some cooking spray. I'm basically just toasting them up to give that cheese a little meltiness, but not too much. And then we're just gonna flip this on the other side to do the same thing, and then I'll show you guys the finished product. Alrighty guys, so we are at the end, and this is what our chicken wrap looks like. I think it is absolutely gorgeous. The flavors, the color, and that chicken. Guys, let's talk about chicken, okay? The chicken is literally so juicy, it blows my mind. And the sear that we're able to get on it while maintaining such a juicy interior is really because of that brining. So a lot of people will say, oh, chicken breast is dry, but you just have to know how to treat it. So brining it is definitely one of my preferred ways to tackle chicken breast. All in all, the flavors balance out real nicely. You get that acid from the vinegar with the red onions. You get the nice freshness from that lettuce and the Granny Smith apple, and the sweetness from those lovely sun-dried tomatoes, and of course the creaminess from the sauce and cheese. Guys, this is probably the best wrap I've ever done. I hope you guys like this video. Don't forget to leave me a comment down below. I want to know what you guys think about it. If you have any questions regarding substitutions, don't hesitate to ask me, and of course don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'll see you guys next week.